Ask the Doctor with Michael Lange begins in 10 seconds.
When it comes to your health, are you seeing the check engine light come on more than normal? It's time to get under the hood. It's time for Ask the Doctor with Dr. Michael Lange. Sponsored by Lange Eye Institute and Fortifeye Vitamins. Dr. Lange is a board-certified optometric physician and certified nutrition specialist, helping people see and feel better through proper nutrition for 25 years. The doctor is in. Call now with your questions at 813-282-8283. That's 813-282-8283. Here's your host, Dr. Michael Lange.
Okay, good morning and welcome to Ask the Doctor or Ask the Doctors this morning. I'm your host for 31 years, Dr. Michael Lange of the Lange Eye Institute and Fortifeye Vitamins. And my co-host, Dr. Susan Summerton, is on with me as well. And we're going to be talking about anything and everything having to do with your vision, eye care, and any nutritionally related topics. So feel free to give us a call. This is a live call-in show. Like I said, I've been hosting Ask the Doctor. I started it in April of 1993. Started on a local AM station in Ocala, Florida, thanks to Country Jim Kirk giving me an opportunity, and rest his soul. And we're coast to coast now on a multitude of radio stations throughout our great country, and we're live video streaming all over the world. And we're getting ready to go on one of the largest Dallas, Texas stations starting in December. Also, for you guys and gals out there that oftentimes we test different markets and different radio markets for 6 months, and then we go off of them for a while, just depending on, the feedback we get from those stations. So you can always follow us on my Instagram station. So remember, there's a lot of fake Dr. Michael Lange Instagram stations. Follow me on the only legitimate one. We got a blue check on it, and that's Dr. Michael Lange _. So we are live on that Instagram right now, Dr. Michael Lange _. That's a legitimate one, so follow us on there. You can, see what we got going on during the week, and we always go live on Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock. And then also, Fortifeye Vitamins is another legitimate Instagram station. So Fortifeye Vitamins or Dr. Michael Lange _. Of course, you can follow me on Dr. Michael Lange Ocular Health YouTube channel, numerous Facebook channels, but Facebook has even gotten crazier with a lot more fake Dr. Michael Lange. So at least Instagram has a blue check so you know it's verified. Anyway, let's welcome Dr. Susan Summerton, who is no newbie to the eye care industry or the nutrition industry. Dr. Summerton is on the team at the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages and the Fortifeye Vitamin team. She is an optometric physician. She's a certified nutritional specialist. She's a diplomat in the American Clinical Board of Nutrition, and she's also a fellow in the Ocular Wellness and Nutrition Society. She's got it going on. I like to call her the asset. Good morning, Dr. Summerton.
Good morning. I'm calling in from the Villages here. It's a beautiful, sunny, but cool day, a great day to kind of enjoy the outdoors, but excited to hear the callers and help to answer any questions you have today.
Yeah, I've actually got a sweatshirt and a hoodie on. And if you're watching now on Instagram, I just put the hoodie on and I'm sporting a really nice pair of Cartier sunglasses, kind of an aviator model. And these are actually platinum. They're real platinum. They're not gold. That's platinum. And these are very comfortable, very stylish. That's a little plug to Cartier. All right. So remember, this is a live call-in show. It's dedicated to you, the listener, or the viewer. No matter how simple or complicated your question is, we'll try to answer it to the best of our ability. It doesn't have to be an eye care question. It can be a nutritionally related question. It can be a topic on how to build muscle and lose fat. Anything regarding anti-aging and wellness, give us a call. I'm going to give you the phone number twice, 813-282-8283. That's 813-282-8283. For those of you that didn't get a pencil, I'm going to give it to you one more time. And remember, the consultation is free. This never replaces a medical evaluation or an eye examination. This show is for educational purposes only. So the phone number to call in live is 813-282-8283. Also, Fortifeye Vitamins. If you want to learn more about Fortifeye, it's a supplement company I started close to 30 years ago. We've been doing research. We've all been involved in research and development of supplements, from eye vitamins to glaucoma vitamins, to dry eye vitamins, to sports nutrition supplements, pre and post workout, to superfoods, to digestive supplements, immune building supplements. We got just about everything, and you can learn more at fortifeye.com. That's FORTIFEYE. Remember, we're eye doctors, so it's kind of a play on words. Fortifeye, FORTIFEYE, fortifeye.com. And I'm going to give you the phone number for Fortifeye Vitamins, because believe it or not, there's many of you that do not have computer access, but you still use the phone, and you might still have a rotary dial phone, believe it or not. I was at my parents' lake house in Mississippi, went there last week for the Tulane football game and to visit my daughter at Tulane, who is actually flying in. I'm picking her up at the airport after the show. She's coming in for Thanksgiving. And my parents at their lake house still have a rotary dial phone. Anyway, the phone number for Fortifeye Vitamins is 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746. And I think Charlene is at Fortifeye Vitamins this morning answering the phone. All right, so we got a lot to talk about today. First off, I just want to mention, I want to thank everybody for coming out to our fall festival last week. We did our 25th annual fall festival, and I think, Dr. Summerton, that might have been the first fall festival that you had the privilege of coming to. What did you think?
It was. We had a great time, an amazing turnout. A lot of people were able to take advantage of the great deals we had, and they really stocked up. We had a line for all the Fortifeye vitamins. People were able to look at all the vendors. We had so many choices of frames there. It was almost overwhelming how many choices we had, but people could go through with different vendors of eyeglasses and really get kind of, even though it was crowded, you got some one-on-one attention, helping you pick out the frames with an amazing discount. So I had a good time, and I think everybody who came had a good time.
Yeah, we had thousands of people show up, and we gave out, over 3,000 hamburgers, hot dogs, and subs. And, everybody didn't eat. So there was a big crowd. I don't know how many people came, but we're going to do that every year. We didn't do it during the pandemic. And that's a way to thank our patients and our customers. We had music, we had food, we had some huge discounts. Just a way of thanking everybody. It's a way to get the community together. It was a lot of fun, and we'll do it again next year. As a matter of fact, we may be doing something in February, March, to release the new Valeda Light Therapy for macular degeneration. We'll expand on that. Maybe we'll have something in the evening like wine and cheese or something like that. But let's go to the phones. We got some people loading up. Let's see. I think it's Jan in the Villages. Jan, good morning, and thanks for holding.
Good morning, and I just really called in to thank you for the wonderful fall festival. Even though I got there, so late that you had way too many choices of frames and glasses to choose from. I didn't really have time to even check them all, but of course, you helped me find a pair that I like real well. I took a picture of me in them, and some people don't like them very well. If I decide when they come in and I get them that I'm not as happy, could I exchange them or not?
Oh my God, Jen! Of course not. It's in stone. You know that.
Okay.
Of course, I'm teasing. You know, we'll do whatever makes you happy.
Yeah. Well, I like them, and you should know about size or whatever. But some people said they look too narrow for my face, or I don't know. Anyway, I had a good time there. Just a terrible time choosing because there were so many amazing frames there, and I appreciate the discounts you had. I got nutrition and frames, so it was a lot of fun. I guess next time I'm going to have to skip my class to get there earlier. It was great.
All right. Well, thanks, Jen. I enjoyed seeing you and seeing literally thousands of old patients from back in the day when we had the 14 locations. People came from all over. We had some people that came from Mobile, from Atlanta, from Miami, lots from St. Pete and Tampa Bay area. And a lot of people left with, like 4 bags of vitamins because it was such a good deal. They loaded up on their annual supply, basically.
Yep.
All right, Jan, I look forward to seeing you when those new frames come in.
Yeah, I'll be seeing Dr. Summerton soon, and I guess that's probably when I'll get those frames. Not sure. All right.
All right. You take care. Thanks for the call. All right. Once again, you're listening to Ask the Doctors, Dr. Michael Lange and Dr. Susan Summerton of the Lange Institute in the Villages, Florida, and Fortifeye Vitamins. If you have a question, call us at 813-282-8283. That's 813-282-8283. So we got a lot to talk about today. Like I said, a lot on the agenda. This is getting ready for Thanksgiving. So I want to wish everybody a wonderful Thanksgiving week and have a great time, have a healthy and a safe Thanksgiving weekend coming up. Actually, we'll be on the air again during the weekend, I'm pretty sure, because Thanksgiving is Thursday. And so you got to prepare for not overeating, okay? And I just want to mention something about the carnivore diet before we take the next caller. A lot of people are thinking about and doing this carnivore diet, and I was one of them. I tested it for about 6 weeks. And I got to tell you, if you want to lose weight, I think eating only protein is kind of like the old Atkins diet. I think is fine. However, when you only eat meat, remember, your uric acid levels can go up. It can have a very acid environment. Your uric acid levels can go up because these proteins, these meats are very high in purines. And this can actually increase your risk of gout and kidney stones. And so I think carnivore diet to lose weight relatively quickly is fine. But if you're going to be on the carnivore diet, I urge you to take probiotics, okay? Something like the Fortifeye probiotic bacteria, a good multivitamin / eye vitamin, something like Fortifeye Complete Next Generation. Drink some electrolytes, something a good form of electrolyte that has some potassium, magnesium, and sodium in it. And then take a vitamin K supplement as well, because simply eating only meat, you will be deficient in certain things. That's my philosophy. Dr. Summerton, briefly go on this before we go to the next call. What do you think about, the carnivore diet?
Well, I agree with you. Every diet sort of has in common that you do need enough protein, and that certainly gives you adequate protein, but we like the balance, and we always push the antioxidants and the polyflavonols for the eyes and just making sure you get enough of your fruits and vegetables in as well. So we don't really want to go without those long term, because all those little enzymes, all those little activities with your cells that goes on in your body, we need those to function properly.
Absolutely. So simply adding some organic blueberries and some baby leaf kale, maybe some mushrooms, boom. That's a modified form of the carnivore diet, more of a ketogenic diet. So think about that around Thanksgiving time. Be careful with all the pumpkin pie and the pecan pie and the dressing and the mashed potatoes and stuff like that. But you can indulge on the turkey and the giblet gravy, believe it or not. Organ meat has some benefits. All right, let's go to the phones. Let's see. I think it's Ben in Gainesville. Ben, good morning. Thanks for holding.
Hey, how are you doing this morning?
All right.
Just wanted to ask you about the eye drop they are using for vision improvement. I don't know if it's nearsighted or farsighted, but I think I believe it came out of Australia.
Right. So there's a lot of different eye drops for vision now. There's some eye drops to make your eyelids go up, for saggy eyelids. There's another eye drop on the market now for what we call presbyopia, or that's that farsightedness where you have the inability to focus up close. Okay. And, we've used quite a bit of this over the last few years since these things became available. And, a few of my patients, it works quite well, but the majority of my patients, it really has not been that effective. Remember, the one for reading up close is a derivative of pilocarpine. And we used to use this 30, 40 years ago for glaucoma, and it constricts your pupil. So it's giving you kind of like the pinhole effect. And it can decrease your night vision, right, which isn't a good thing because your pupils are supposed to dilate at night. And some people can have some side effects like brow aches and things of this nature. So I've had some patients that love it and swear by it, but the majority of patients that I've given samples to, it really has not been that effective. I think it's safe. It's a relatively weak concentration of this drug. I think it's safe, and you can always get a sample at your local eye doctor to try it. Dr. Summerton, what do you think about this?
I agree. It's kind of mixed results. We definitely have some people that can appreciate the vision changes, but we also have to be careful that if we do a pilocarpine, we don't want people taking it without a full retina exam because
Right.
there is that risk. If you have a weak retina, it could kind of tug on it and induce a tear or detachment. So we always recommend a thorough retina exam before starting that drop.
Right. And so, especially if you're real nearsighted, that means you can't see in the distance. You might want to think twice about even trying it, really. Is that?
Yeah, I actually had a detached retina.
Yeah, then you forget about it. Don't use it.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much.
All right, Ben. But we do have a drop that's become very popular, and it's simply an eye drop. Think of all you guys and gals out there that are looking in the mirror right now, and your eyelids are a little baggy. Your eyelids are sagging into your line of sight. This is called dermatochalasis, or blepharochalasis, or ptosis, and it's a normal function of maturing oftentimes. And there's a drop that is available through the Lange Eye Institute. Now, you have to have a prescription for it, so we can give you a prescription for it if there's no conflicting evidence. And then we do have them available at the Lange Eye Institute. Since we have a pharmacy license, we can actually sell them to you. And this is a drop when you put it in, your eyelids actually go up 35% non-surgically. And it does work. I mean, so it gets the hooding away and it kind of gives you a refreshed look, and it's called Upneek. So I've had a lot of patients that have done quite well with that. And I haven't really had a lot of side effects. Have you had any side effects, Dr. Summerton, with the Upneek?
No, I think the only worst side effect is that occasionally it doesn't work on some people, so then they just don't use it. But it does activate that little mular muscle in the eyelid there to lift it up. And even if the eyelid is just dropping a millimeter over the pupil, if it's over the pupil, it is blocking light, and anything that is reducing light in your eye is affecting the vision. So people really notice. They like the look of it to lift the eyelid, but they also like the benefit of improving the vision too.
Right. And it's not that expensive. And then we tell you a way you can get triple bang for the buck, so we can extend it and make it last a little bit longer. And I've actually referred a lot less to the plastic surgeons and the oculoplastic surgeons for lid procedures because it's worth a shot. So we give a lot of these samples away to people. So if you're a patient at the Lange Eye Institute, or if you're not, you can come be a patient at the Lange Eye Institute. We'll give you a sample of the Upneek so you can try it before you buy it to see if it legitimately does work. But it is a non-surgical option to raise your eyelids safely. All right, we're getting loaded up. Let's go back to the phones. I think we got Esther in Sarasota. Good morning, Esther.
Esther?
Good morning.
Yes. I have a problem with my vision, especially for reading. or seeing anything in print. I'm 95, go closer to 96 now.
Regulate.
I have glaucoma. And once that eye is damaged, there's not much you can do. And right now I'm getting to the point where it's really hard to pick up any kind of a paper, even my own. If I've got something written, I can't read it because I can't see it.
Right.
Is there anything that I can do?
Well, without seeing you, it's difficult to say, but definitely, I mean, as long as you have some sense of vision, and with glaucoma, remember, it steals your peripheral vision, but you still have central vision unless you have some macular degeneration on top of that. But usually, magnification, Esther, if we use magnification, most patients do quite well. So if you could find a powerful handheld lit magnifier. It's got to have a light built into it, all right? And if it has a light built into it and a good magnification, you'll be able to see, a lot more than you think you can. I would tell you, if you have access to the internet, there's a company that used to be one of our sponsors called Magnifying Aids, and they're based right here in Largo. And it might even be a good idea for you to drive or get somebody to drive you from Sarasota to Largo to the company called Magnifying Aids. But their website is magnifyingaids.com. And they have every low vision piece of technology known to man, some really high tech stuff and some stuff that's just as simple as, very powerful handheld magnifiers. But I would, get you to go to their website, magnifyingaids.com, and browse through it and see what you think. And you can always call them on the phone and tell them what your problem is, and they can send you some stuff via the mail, and you can try them, and they have a pretty good guarantee if it doesn't work. So that's where I would start first. Now, obviously, they're low vision specialists you can see in Sarasota, but simply by going to Magnifying Aids and looking what they have or coming to their center in Largo, I think that's going to give you some, some independence and help you read what you need to be able to read.
Well, yeah, especially now I have to do taxes, and my eyesight went down within the last 6 weeks considerably. It was bad before, but at least I could see things. Now it's getting to the point where I can't. And my peripheral vision is bad on the right side.
Yes.
Now,
so, Esther, I would say if your vision has made a turn for the worst lately, you probably need to get back into your optometric physician, your optometrist, your ophthalmologist that's treating you. Call them and say, hey, I need to get in. I've had some dramatic changes in our vision. So we can find out what's going on. It could be something as very simple as very dry corneas, but who knows? It could be advancing glaucoma, macular degeneration. You could have some sort of ischemic event or a bleed in your eye. You never know. So I think it's a good idea to get back in to see your eye doctor, okay?
I intend to do that Monday. I had asked, they said that only appointment I could get would be in January. I have to wait until January.
Nope, don't wait. You tell them it's an urgency. You have loss of vision and you need to be seen immediately, okay?
Well, that's what I intend to do.
And if they will not see you, get somebody else.
Yeah, well, he's the one that put some tissue in my eye, bad eye.
Right.
Okay, I had a good eye and a bad eye. Now my good eye is not doing very well. At any rate, at one time I could not see the big E when you look at the chart.
Right.
And that I had that done in February of this year. In fact, of last year. And in November of last year, I finally was able to see the big E, and now I can see more letters under that.
Right.
But he's the doctor I see now. My glaucoma doctors have retired, and the last visit was just November 1st.
Right.
So I'm going to eye clinic now here in Sarasota, but I won't start until January.
Yeah, so like I said, on Monday morning call or even this weekend, they should have people on call 24/7. You could try calling their after hours number now, but at least Monday morning call and say it's an urgency and you need to be seen immediately. And they will see you. They will. If they don't, then that's not a good place. They should have, emergent doctors available for emergency eye care. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Keep us posted.
Okay. Thank you.
And Dr. Summerton, I mean, we have that available. I mean, we'll see anybody. I mean, if we're booked, double booked, triple booked, whatever, if we have an emergency, we will work them in that day, won't we?
Right. And in something like her case with glaucoma, you don't really expect a sudden vision loss. So the fact that it's kind of suddenly changed is kind of an urgent need to figure out why, because like you said, there's more than likely something else going on. And that goes for anybody in the eye. If there's any sudden changes there, one eye or both eyes, usually it's one eye and sometimes people don't notice. We need to figure it out because most things in the eye, the sooner we take care of the problem, the better the outcome.
Absolutely. The key is early detection. All right, we're getting ready to take another call in just a second, but I do want to mention we're running right now our holiday wellness bundle. And so our holiday wellness bundle comes with our Next Gen Complete, which is our advanced multivitamin eye vitamin. Comes with Fortifeye Focus, which is our quadruple carotenoid. It comes with our Super Omega-3 Max. And it comes with our world famous now Rejuvenate, which is our collagen, our marine collagen tripeptide, hyaluronic acid, riceramide, and dermaval combination, along with others, all in one. The holiday wellness bundle is only $129, but you're getting, like I said, the Next Gen Complete, the Focus, the Super Omega Max, and the Rejuvenate, kind of the quadruple whammy of anti-aging. So think about that holiday wellness bundle at Fortifeye.com. And then also for you vegans out there or vegetarians, we do have a vegan super wellness bundle, and it's $99. And that comes with our vegan super protein, which is delicious, and it's a complete protein, and it's not made in China. It's made in North America. I urge you, everybody that has a vegan protein, look at the country of origin, and you're going to see it. 99% of them is coming out of China. So our vegan super wellness bundle is vegan super protein, the Rejuvenate, and the organic blue-green superfood, all in one bundle for $99. So check out that at Fortifeye.com. I always urge you go to the bundle section because we've taken nutrients that work synergistically together to, give you the nutritional support that your body is thirsting for. And the bundles are all discounted dramatically. And then you also get free shipping. So it's a really good deal. Remember, at Fortifeye.com, Fortifeye, Fortifeye.com. And the toll-free number for Fortifeye Vitamins, I'm going to give it to you twice, so get that pen, 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746. Now remember, if you're in the Tampa, Clearwater, St. Pete area, we have the Fortifeye Nutrition Center right there in Clearwater on McMullen Booth Road in the Bayside Plaza Shopping Center right next to Publix. That's the Fortifeye Nutrition Center right in Clearwater. And in Ocala, we have the Lange Nutrition Center in my old Lange Eye Care building right on State Road 200 across from the mall. It's a two-story building. You can't miss it. Go up the elevator upstairs is the Lange Nutrition Center. That's also where Dr. John Poser, plastic surgeon, is. Dr. Patrick Watson, world-famous neuropsychologist. Reboot, Hear More Medical, and Dr. Yang, acupuncturist, are all upstairs right there where the Lange Nutrition Center is. And, of course, the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida. All right, we're going back to the phones. Let's see who it is. I'm curious to see what Steve has to say this morning. Good morning, Steve.
Yeah, you were mentioning uric acid. Well, one thing about it is, there's this test that you can take. It's rather non-specific. It's called TSAC, which is total serum antioxidant capacity.
Right.
It kind of takes all your antioxidants and makes them one number. Okay. What's very interesting is that in the average person, let's say they're not taking vitamins, they're just average person on the street, the 80% of your antioxidant capacity in your blood is from uric acid. It's a very powerful antioxidant. So the ideal level of uric acid is that it be high, but not high enough to form stone.
Right.
In the upper level of storm. And what's very interesting, very few animals don't make their own vitamin C. Only humans, I think, the fruit-eating bat and the guinea pig. And it's interesting that those three animals have very high levels of uric acid compared to other species, which means that one of the reasons we may have lost the ability to make our own vitamin C is that the uric acid was doing the job. So, and also there's some evidence that people with higher uric acid have less lung cancer because it protects the lining of the lung. So sometimes whether something's good or bad can depend on the level, too much or too little. But it's very interesting that the vitamin, and also if your uric acid is very low and you want to get it a little higher, the trace element molybdenum, which it helps get it up a little bit because it activates the enzyme xanthine oxidase, which produces uric acid in your blood. So there's it's the level, not the thing in itself.
Right. So there's a fine line between too much and too little.
Oh yeah, very little. You don't want to. I don't think it's something that humans naturally have a high level compared to other species. So it's not something people really would want to try to increase. It's just the biochemical fact that the fact we don't make our own vitamin C we make more uric acid may have allowed that other gene for the vitamin C to drop out because it wasn't needed. And, that's theoretical, but it's interesting. It's uric acid is a very good, very, very good molecule to have in your body.
Right. We definitely need it, but we don't need it in excess. You bring up a valid point there. So, Steve, what do you have planned for Thanksgiving, Turkey Day?
Well, I don't have a family, as you know, and some of the neighbors here have offered to have me come over and I'll drop over at their house in the afternoon maybe or something, but we'll see. That's not certain yet, but we'll see.
You need to go over there and tell them, make sure when they pull the giblets out of the turkey that they don't throw it away and make some giblet gravy so you can get the heart and the spleen and the liver and in the gravy over your turkey because that's got some health benefits to it.
Yes, raise your uric acid levels, right?
There you go.
Yeah, there you
But also, it's very high in acetylcholine, and
yeah.
And acetylcholine is very good for our brain, and that goes down. That drops as we age. So you and me, once you hit 55, 60 years of age, our acetylcholine drops dramatically. And who knows if that's not one of the reasons that we become, cognitively, we don't function as well as we mature. And that's another reason we developed that product called Fortifeye Focus and Brain, because it has the cognizine, which is a trademark patented form of acetylcholine. And I usually say Fortifeye Focus up to about 40 or 50, and then Fortifeye Focus and Brain after that.
Yeah, well, that's, it's the old thing. It's too bad that if we could combine the energy of youth with the wisdom of old age, that you'd be a superhuman being.
Amen.
Okay. Well, you have a happy Thanksgiving. And do you remember a couple years ago I sent you that recipe for pumpkin pie that was very good for people?
I do remember that, yeah.
If you can find that and repost it on your website,
on social media, I'll dig around and I'll probably go back to social media and see where I posted it before. That's a good idea, Steve. Thanks for bringing that up.
Okay, well, very good. And is Dr. Yang, is he Chinese, Japanese? What's
He is.
name?
No, he's a legitimate Chinese, an MD from China. Him and his wife are both MDs from China,
well,
and they're practicing.
You got a problem then, because you're always saying that these things come from China are bad. If he came from China,
well, he's good. People that come from China are good. I just don't. There's a lot of that's a whole different story. I mean, with all that, it's hard to get stuff over China. It sits over in customs for sometimes weeks, if not months, before it comes here. So that's a whole nother show talking about that.
Well, a lot of our natural medicine that you use, our Western, our natural medicines and our herbals and our supplementation comes from Chinese research.
Right.
They're very smart, and they were way ahead of us on that.
And some of the best green tea and the matcha tea on the planet comes from China as well.
Oh yeah, in fact, the President Xi, he's a high believer in green tea. He wants everybody in the country to drink green tea every month.
All right, Steve, thanks for the call, my friend.
Okay, thanks.
You're listening to Ask the Doctors, Dr. Susan Summerton and myself, Dr. Michael P. Lang, P for Paul. You got a question, give us a call at 813-282-8283. That's 813-282-8283. I want to talk a little bit about a specific supplement that's natural. It comes from an herb that a lot of you use in cooking that is very good for our health. It's good for our brain. It's good for our eyes. It's good for our joints. And it's called curcumin. And it comes from the turmeric group or the turmeric group. And curcumin is pretty amazing, the health benefits and how it acts. Curcumin, like I said, is a potent natural anti-inflammatory. The problem with curcumin is most of the curcumin you buy over the counter absorbs very poorly. So they try to add black pepper extract to make it absorb better, and it does work. It makes it absorb better, but long term it can disrupt the mucosal lining in your gut and cause some potential problems. So we have one called Next Gen Curcumin, fueled by Curcugen. Curcugen, in my opinion, now is the ultimate in curcumin. All right, it is the only food grade oleoresin curcumin out there. It contains all the polar resins, the turmeric polysaccharides, the essential turmeric oils, and it's 52.5 times more enhanced bioavailability than C95, so like DCM 95, which used to be the gold standard. And how does it work? So it suppresses something called NF-κB, that's nuclear factor KB. It actually decreases pro-inflammatory cytokines. It works on certain prostaglandins, lowering inflammation. It acts as a coxin, a LOX inhibitor as well, and it lowers arachidonic acid. So it has some amazing health benefits. It's also been shown to be beneficial for irritable bowel, exercise-induced pain after working out, osteoarthritis, chronic uveitis in the eye, iritis, dry eye, macular degeneration. So it's very good for your health. And there's some more evidence out there talking about curcumin and having some other benefits, maybe even for diabetics. And I think, Dr. Summerton, you were the one that brought that to my attention not too long ago, right?
Right, because there's been a meta-analysis that's basically looking at many different studies on diabetes and curcumin. And we're talking about supplementing curcumin. That's, we can add the spice turmeric, which we love you to do to add in your diet, but to increase the levels to kind of a therapeutic level to have a helpful effect on blood sugar regulation. And when they looked at these studies, it really found improvements in the fasting blood sugar. It found improvements in the insulin levels. It found improvements in the HbA1c score. So basically, it's helping control that blood sugar, and it reduces that inflammation and also increases insulin sensitivity, which a lot of people have a problem with. But we want to make sure you are getting a therapeutic dose in good quality. And I kind of want to point out the fact, too, we're talking about Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is an easy time to add more of that turmeric into your diet. I mean, the foods that we're eating, a lot of them are orange, and that's that orange spice. So you can easily sprinkle some, like, turmeric over your turkey before you cook it, and it gives it that nice golden color. You can easily throw some in those sweet potatoes. I like to put in some when I'm doing Brussels sprouts. Different color, but it gives kind of a unique flavor to it. Of course, you can always sprinkle on those carrots that we're eating, and even cranberry sauce. You can put some in there to add a little spice to it. And cornbread, all these foods that we're always eating traditionally for Thanksgiving, it's a nice time to add a little bit more to get better health on Thanksgiving Day.
Amen. Cooking with Dr. Sue. All right. So talking a little bit about, potentially helping, patients that have diabetes, curcumin is a good option. Now, omega-3 is also a great option. There are some studies out there, some pretty good studies that show that if your omega index is higher than normal, above 8%, I think it is, that you're statistically much less likely to lose vision from diabetic retinopathy. And I got to tell you, there's a great website you can go to that talks about omega-3 and the health benefit. And it links you to all the legitimate science. Proof is in the pudding. And it's healthbenefitsofomega3.com. Simply healthbenefitsofomega3.com. And don't spell 3 out, just the number 3. And you can check that out and see, the benefits of omega-3 for, almost all aspects of your health. I'm pretty famous for saying that if you only took one supplement, it should be a good omega-3 fish oil. And so check it out, healthbenefitsofomega3.com. We do have 2 omega-3s that have become really huge. One reason for this talk show, but also doctors getting behind it and recommending for their patients, all over the planet. And that's Fortifeye Super Omega and Fortifeye Super Omega-3 Max. Fortifeye Super Omega-3 Max is the most potent a reestified triglyceride molecule omega-3 in the United States right now at $35 only. And we just had a dinner meeting not too long ago, Dr. Summerton and I and some of our team, with the experts from Norway in the Norwegian fish oil industry from EPAC, which is the world's leading factory to make omega-3. That they're the ones that make our omega-3. And they were saying that we do have the most potent in 2 gel caps in America right now. There is another company that's going to come with our potency, but you got to take 3 a day instead of 2 a day. So think about it. I always recommend talking to your physician before taking lots and lots of vitamins, especially if you're on a blood thinner like Coumadin or warfarin or Eliquis or anything like that for your atrial fibrillation. And you don't want to overdo it. Remember, more is not necessarily better. But check out Fortifeye Super Omega and Fortifeye Super Omega-3 Max at fortifeye.com. Remember, look at all the evidence at the website Health Benefits of Omega3.com. All right, phone lines are open. 813-282-8283. I just realized that the clock that used to be in the studio no longer exists. So I don't even know what time it is. Anyway, 813. Okay, now I know. 813-282-8283. Maybe the hurricane blew it down, the 2 hurricanes we had. Last time I'm going to give you the phone number and give us a call, 813-282-8283. So all of us always want to look better and feel better, right? We want to have less body fat, more muscles, be stronger, look better, all of that. And so it's getting close to the new year, not too far away. So you can start your New Year's resolutions today. And I got to tell you, there is a specific nutrient that I got to talk about because it's literally a miracle nutrient. As we mature, we lose 6 to 8% muscle every decade after 30, 6 to 8% of our muscle. But after 60, it goes up even higher. So listen up to this. This is super impressive. There's something called HMB, all right? It's a nutrient. It's a metabolite of leucine, which is a branched-chain amino acid. And the ultimate form of HMB is called MyHMB. Some amazing studies. Let me tell you quickly about this study. If you take this HMB, which is in our Fortifeye Fit Pro, all right, the exact therapeutic amount of this HMB is in our Fit Pro, that the studies show that it reduces 57% less muscle protein breakdown. Now check this out. 250% greater increase in lean muscle mass versus training alone. So those of you guys and gals out there that are working out, just playing golf or tennis or pickleball, hitting the gym, riding your bicycle, 250% greater increase in lean muscle mass versus training alone. Now, for those of you that are overweight and can pinch a lot more than an inch, 210% less body fat or 210% increase in fat loss than training alone. 210%. 200% increase in quadricep thickness and 59% increase in anaerobic power, 58% increase in vertical jump. My daughter was on this when she was playing volleyball, and she literally was a world-class national caliber volleyball player who could have been playing at just about any college, but she's going for the academics instead. Wants to be a doctor one day. So think about this. HMB, MyHMB is the best product out there. What we did, we took the HMB, we took grass-fed whey protein, grass-fed collagen protein, something called betaine anhydrous L-citrulline, peak ATP, vitamin D, and German Creapure creatine, combined it all in Fit Pro, and it's used to be at any age. You take it before you work out and after you work out, or you just take it once a day to help support strength and muscle. Literally, this can build muscle without exercise. My mom is knocking at 97 years of age. She takes the Fit Pro every day. I think that's one reason she's still above ground. And Dr. Summerton and I, we both practice what we preach. We both take it, don't we?
We do. I make it my routine. It's just a very easy thing to add into your regimen. I simply have a scoop of the Fit. I mix it with water. I pretty much drink it every time I'm driving to the gym. It's just part of my routine.
Yep. And for those of you that are on GLP-1 receptor drugs, I mean, you know what they are, the ones that you inject that help you to lose weight. Well, you can lose muscle mass on these GLP-1 receptor drugs. Now we have a section on our website, GLP-1 nutritional support, and Fortifeye Fit Pro is under that. And we have many doctors that are helping people lose weight. They're putting the patients on the Fit Pro in conjunction with their Ozempic and the drugs that they're on right now. So that's something to think about for all of you that are losing weight. You don't want to lose muscle. And remember, the Fit Pro can help you lose weight as well. All right, we're going back to the phones. Let's see. I think Rick and Dunellen's been waiting patiently. Rick, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. Thank you for taking my call.
Okay.
I had lens implant surgery about 15 or 16 years ago, and great results and everything, but I see a difference. I can't, I have to wear glasses a little more, reading type glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And my far away vision has changed. Now with lens implants, is there a time when they wear out?
So let me ask you this. After you had cataract surgery, did you ever go back for a specific laser procedure called a YAG capsulotomy or not?
No, I did not.
Right. So it's quite possible and quite probable, actually, that you're developing what we call posterior subcapsular haze. And what that means is you're getting a little bit kind of like a dirty window. Okay. And so when they remove the cataract sits in a bag in your eye, and they take the cataract basically out of that bag, but the bag is clear. And they place the implant into that bag in your eye. That bag starts to opacify anywhere from 6 months to 10 years out. For some people, it never opacifies, but most people it does. When it opacifies, your vision starts to drop and get very cloudy. And they have a laser. It takes about 10 seconds usually, and it instantly gets rid of that haziness. It's kind of like cleaning the window. So I'd get into your local optometrist or ophthalmologist and have them look at your eyes, because they'll know in a New York second whether or not you need this YAG capsulotomy. It's covered by your insurance. It's painless. And like I said, it takes less than a minute. But that could be very potentially what's going on. But obviously, it could be a change in your prescription. I mean, there could be something else going on in the retina or your cornea. Without seeing it, it's hard to say. But if I was a betting man, I would say it's probably the haze behind your implant.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, I really enjoy it. It's the first time I've heard your program, and I'm enjoying it. So
Fantastic.
Thank you for being on.
Hey, what station do you hear us on in Dunellen?
It's 97.3.
Oh, the Sky, 97.3 FM. Yeah, we've been on that station for, close to 30 years now.
Yeah.
All right, Rick.
Okay.
Well, thanks for the call.
Thank you.
You take care. And Dr. Summer, that's nothing. Boy, we see a lot of that in the villages, isn't it? Posterior subcapsular haze.
We do. We see it pretty much every single day, many times a day. But he's right. Those implants are permanent. They don't wear out. Once you have them, they're there to stay. But we do see little fluctuations in people's eyeglass prescription over time, and that's normal. It's nothing going wrong with the implant in their eye. It's just normal fluctuation. But as we talked about before, if there's something different than the way it used to be,
Dr. Summer,
go to the eye doctor.
You're going to have to say goodbye. I didn't realize it. We got 24 seconds.
Wishing everybody a blessed Thanksgiving. We're grateful for our patients. We're grateful for our listeners, and we're grateful for our health.
Right. And remember, the Valeda Light Therapy for macular degeneration just got FDA approved. So we'll be doing it soon at the Lange Institute. I'm wishing everybody happy Thanksgiving. I'm out of here. God bless you and God bless America.